Our hot topic to discuss now is finding our JavaScript errors using FireBug. Part of the problem we have in finding our JavaScript errors is there's not anything easy like checking for our errors in HTML and checking for our errors in CSS. The W3C provides those validation services so that you can easily just click on the link and go and find your errors and make your corrections. But there's nothing like that for JavaScript. So FireBug has created an extension that was designed to help you find your JavaScript errors. At this time, you can open up your software and step along with me by pausing the video as you go along, or if you prefer, you can watch through the video and then come back and work through the assignment, because this is a hands-on and I would like you to try it as you are doing this. So the first thing you will do is if you will click on testfirebug.htm, which is a file that I have created, and at this point it is taking up my whole screen, so I'm going to make it smaller so that you can follow along with me. Alright, so now we have our testfirebug.html on the screen, and we want to save it. Remember, we never save the viewed page. Saving the view page causes you all kinds of problems. What you want to do is view the page source. Hopefully you will see the source. If you don't, if you just see a whole bunch of junk, then it's not what you need to do. But here with the source of the fire test, will go to File, Save Page As, and we want to see the test FireBug here, and you'll put it in your Module 1 folder wherever you have chosen to save your work. And so I'm going to test FireBug. I've done it before, so it's already showing, but I will do it again. I'm going to replace what's there. Yours won't show a replace. Alright, once we have saved it, we can close this source and we want to upload it to our site. So you will have to go into FileZilla, open it, and once FileZilla opens, hopefully you have set your requirements, but if you haven't, you can just go and set them now. But we'll open the Site Manager, and I have one saved for ACC Student Server, and I will connect to the student server. I've got my FireBug showing on your left. If it doesn't show, you go into these up and down arrows until you find where you have saved your test FireBug, and then over on your student site we have remember, we go inside the public HTML, and here we will go into our Module 1. I will re-upload it just because to show you, but this will be a second time. And using FileZilla, if you upload something that's already there, it doesn't show up again until it copies over and it says, did you want to rewrite? Okay, I do want to rewrite. So at this point I now have test FireBug in FileZilla. So I will minimize FileZilla, come back to the PowerPoint, and we will start our debug process. We need to open up your test FireBug in your browser. And remember, our link was coislinux.austincc.edu, and you will put your login name. So I will copy this and put it over here in my browser and paste it, but I don't want login, so I will delete login. And mine is J. Scholl. You have yours assigned. It will be different. And now I want to go to the site. And this is my actual site. I will expand it at this point. You'll see it's J. Scholl Module 1 Test FireBug. And I have a line here. The CData comments allow you to use HTML in your document.write statements. That's not always necessary now on newer versions, but it's the comment that's showing. Alright, at this point I'm going to minimize my screen again so that I can look at the PowerPoint at the same time to follow the steps. I didn't mean to open bookmarks, I meant to drag this. Alright, so now before we ever start testing for JavaScript errors, always make sure your page is clean from HTML errors and CSS errors that could cause the JavaScript error. So no sense looking for JavaScript until we know our HTML is correct. So yes, I passed validation for HTML. This page doesn't have any CSS, so I don't really have to check for that this time. Now that I have done my conformance checker and I've tested the page is valid HTML, to open the FireBug console, I need to go to Tools. Oh, here it is up here. Tools, Web Developer, and then from Web Developer I go to FireBug, and from FireBug I go to Open FireBug. So now I have opened FireBug, and you should see a split screen with the FireBug with the page on the top and showing HTML on the bottom. So that we want this page to actually run, let's refresh the page and click on console, and we'll see errors. Type error document write is not a function, and it shows you the line of code. It says document.write is not an error. Let's go to the next page, and it shows you that the error does match from what you saw on in your console. And can you find the error? It says document.write is an error. So now let's look at the HTML, which does not show. We go back and go to Komodo Edit. Let's open our Komodo Edit. Do I want recent files? No, I'm going to start all over new. If you don't want this page to show, you can just close that start page. It's just up to you, whatever you like. Here in File Komodo Edit, File Open File, and at this point I want to go to my ITSE folder, my Module 1, and open up Test FireBug. Alright, now I have Test FireBug, and it said document.write was incorrect. Can you find the error that matches the document.write? Well, here's our first document.write. That showed on the page. There wasn't a problem. Then the next one, document.write. Do you see a problem with this line? That right there. The .write. You cannot have the uppercase W. So we are going to take out the uppercase W. If I wish at this point, because I found my error, I can save the page, re-upload, and then run my console again. I'll tell you right now, I put in more than one error. So I want you to run it again, see if you see another error, and once you have all your corrections, you should be able to see a pop-up message that says, "Congrats, your JavaScript is working correctly." I hope stepping through this video has shown you how you can use the debugger so that when you have errors, you're better able to find them. This is not in the text, so this is something that you could Google and find other examples or use this example. At this point, you should be able to go back and read the Competency 1.2 assignment instructions that's listed in Blackboard and complete the competencies for that assignment and fix any FireBug errors that you find. Good luck.